Steve, any update on Wyatt or Nivy?
No, Doc's had a look at them, and he would like another day to just see how they are, and then we'll make some decisions then. So I can't tell you too much more than we.
So no concern at this stage, like you don't.
Oh, there's a bit of concern, but like there's no point panicking and hitting a button when you don't need to. So Doc's been world class on his prognosis so far, so I'll give him the opportunity to continue to be.
Had to alert anyone back home to get ready to come?
No.
Carter was talking yesterday about getting a bang on the knee, which has sort of restricted his movement late in the game. Was he all right?
He appears to be all right this morning. Yeah. I'd say a few of them got a bang on the knee. He, it was a physical game, so there'll be a few bumps and bruises, but nothing. Well, the fact that he finished the game and just give him something to talk about, I suppose.
Do you get the chance today to reflect on things still, or is it time to move on already?
Oh, look, we'll reflect on it because we've got to review the game. We'll do that on Monday, but as a team, so you look at the positives, and there was a lot of them. What's going to be critical going forward, we'll have to make sure that we do that work right, so we can, set the week up right for the South African test. And whilst there's a lot of positives, there'll still be some things in there that we can do better, and that's one of the hallmarks of this team, trying to improve all the time. So it'll be a genuine and honest review. Yeah.
Steve, what are your thoughts on South Africa so far, particularly their game yesterday, if you've got any chance to see it?
Oh, I thought they come under an enormous amount of pressure early on in the tournament, and funnily enough, I think that's after the initial shock back home. I think the country's got right behind them, and they've got some massive support, and they seem to be growing an arm and a leg each week, and they're playing well. Wales chucked everything at them yesterday, and they hung in there and showed a lot of mental fortitude, and that was a sensational try, a great pass from Wayne, and in the last 10 minutes of the game. So they're going to be really tough, but you wouldn't expect anything else from the Bulldogs.
Can you imagine the excitement at home now, Steve, after a performance like that last night?
I guess it's hard. Like, you're sitting over here and you don't really know too much about what's going on at home. Like, I don't read too much and watch the TV too much, so we try and just work on what we're doing. But I'm sure they are proud of us. They should be. It was a performance that we're very proud of, and I'm sure most New Zealanders will be proud of it, but especially those that are interested in rugby. And it's getting that excitement and getting them behind the team now is going to be really important, because that's of real value to the group. The boys take a particular pride in not only playing for themselves and each other and the jersey, but our country. And if we get that and feel that support from home, it'll be worth more points to us. So we'll take as many of those as we can get.
Keith, you've played a lot of rugby and you've played against France a lot of times. Can you put into perspective yesterday's performance for us?
I think yesterday's performance, is probably on the back of a really good week, and we had trained well. I think Steve said it during the week that we'd built really nicely up to the game, and I think what you see as an end product there is usually a week of hard work and making sure we get all the processes right, and that's how a good performance comes about for us. So we had an awesome week. We trained really well, put in some hard yards, and that's what we get.
You'll know that a lot of people at home will look at that performance and get excited about it, and then project forward to the South African game and think, here we go, it's going to be pretty straightforward. But can you sort of describe the difference that you guys have for this South African test and perhaps to the public's view of it?
Oh, they're an old foe of ours, and I think you can just tell from the past games that we've had that it just doesn't. You don't just turn up and it happens like that. So it just for us, it goes back to Monday, making sure we do that well and we build into a good week. Do that again. We just got to make sure we keep building like we did last week.
Steve, you told us that you are holding things back. I guess we saw it yesterday. You got more up your sleeve?
Just my arm. Look, I don't know if I said we were holding things back, but what we did do early in the tournament was limit our game menu to things we wanted to work on. Didn't mean to say that we weren't working on other things at training, and yesterday that we brought the whole menu to the park, and we'll have to reinvent some of the stuff that we do, but the menu will basically stay the same. Like, you're either going to run, you're either going to kick it, or you're going to pass it. Now that's what the game's about. It's scoring points, and you do that by finding space, and you find space either by running into it, passing into it, or kicking into it. Then your strategies on how you're going to do that depend on who you're playing. So that'll be the subtle differences, I guess.
Stephen, did you take time out last night to sort of give yourselves a little bit of a pat on the back for a job well done? What did you guys get up to?
We had, it was just nice to sit back in the team room and just, reflect on a good game. Sometimes because the games are so late, you miss the chance to enjoy a good performance. So we had a little chance just to sit there and have a good chat amongst each other and come back for a good meal. So
I'd add to that, like, test matches are bloody hard work. There's a lot of effort goes in, both physically and mentally, and you don't just rock up and play like that. And we've worked extremely hard, not only last week but leading up into the pool games to try and get ourselves in the spot we needed to be in. And you just got to take the time as a group to reflect on that and enjoy it. Because the reason you play sport is primarily because it's fun. You play a team sport because you like the camaraderie of the people you're with, and you like the mateship, and this is a tight team. So it would be really remiss if you didn't take some time to actually enjoy that moment and get off the Ferris wheel. It goes round, and you go nuts if you didn't get off it occasionally. It's very boring, but every test match win is cherished, and the special ones, even more so.
Steve, can you sum up what Joe Moody's performance meant, going from ITM Cup 6 or 7 days later, playing on the world's biggest stage and looking very comfortable?
He did, and a lot of that reflects on the hard work he's done. Like, I think fitness has probably been his biggest handicap, or lack of it. He's one of the strongest guys in the team. He can play rugby, but the limiting factor is how long can he play it for, because he hasn't been fit enough. But he's gone away and actually really well. He worked hard with us in the Rugby Championship campaign, and he's gone back to Canterbury, and they've done some great work with him, and he's taken it on and thought, well, right, if I really want to be there, I've got to do the job. And he's turned up in magnificent condition, and he's got the reward for that. Like, he's come out and played and scrummed well, did his job in the line out, and he carried and defended well. So
and the pass as well.
Well, that's right, and that's the sort of skills you've got. Like, those skills go when you don't have the ability to get in the right places because you're not fit enough. But so full credit to him, and I think we'll see a lot more of him. It's great to see him get a bit of success for the hard work he's put in.
Sorry, I'm right.
Good to see you back, Richard. Sorry to hear about your dad.
I appreciate that. Thanks for your thoughts. Just you spoke about you can vary your game menu, what you can do. What do you think the South Africans will vary their game menu coming to this, or you do know exactly what they're going to bring?
Oh, you never know exactly what the opposition will bring. You've got a fair idea though, and it'll be big, it'll be hard, and it'll be tough. They'll carry strong. They'll probably kick a lot. But we know they've got a running team too if they really want to go that way as well. So we have to expect the unexpected, I guess, and plan for everything. And then it's the old ABCs, isn't it? Assume some things, believe nothing, and confirm them when you get out there.
Where does that victory last night stand in your tenure as coach? I mean, just giving you a compliment.
Look, it was a special game for a number of reasons. One of them being that there's a lot of people that suffered in '99 and suffered in 2007, and they couldn't be here. So it allowed this group to say, well, there you go, guys, we've fixed that one up. You never get it back, but at least we've. So that was special to be able to do that. Special because we're now in the semi-final, so that's pretty handy. It's better than going home. That would have been not too pleasant. But is it any more special? Probably not. Those two things make it, and the quality of the performance was special. So those three things probably make it a test that we'll all remember. You guys, the players, myself, everybody involved will remember it because of that. It allows us to stay alive in this tournament. But yeah, like I just love every test one. I hate losing. So every one, I don't give a heck if it's about 1 point. It's ugly. I'll take that too, but it's better than losing. So they're all important for me.
Just one follow-up question on that. I don't know if you saw Haneke Meyer's reaction was spectacular. After that, have you seen it? After the win over Wales?
Oh yeah. It was
have
great.
you ever been tempted to unleash?
Jeez, you're choking me up. Well, I think if I did that, I'd probably have a heart attack. I don't know how he hasn't had one, but it's just how he is, isn't it? Like he wears his emotion on his sleeve, and I reckon it's great. You've got to be who you are, and he does that. I might have got a little excited yesterday when we scored the try just before half time. I think I jumped out of the seat, so that doesn't happen too often, but I thought it was an important try. And I think, as I said, you just got to be who you are, and I'm not normally a hot dogger, so. But there is a lot of emotion goes on in the coaching box, and unless you're sitting there and you've been there and you've gone through it yourself, you never really understand it. And whilst we laugh at Heineke, like he's under immense pressure. Like the rules for his selections are totally different to any other country on the planet. There's a quota they have, and that makes it difficult. So good luck to him. I think he should celebrate everything. He's a good man, so looking forward to seeing it.
Steve, you actually improve on that performance. People might struggle to believe it. We've got to improve on it. Like, if you sit still and you get comfortable and happy with where you're at, then you get, you tend to get people go past you. So, can we improve on it? Is not the point. The point is that we've got to strive to. And we probably left 2 or 3 other tries out there on the park, just thinking about like Ben Smith's lovely wee chip. He got caught just short of the line. Probably should have in past Amar, and he would have walked over. Amar, beautiful break and did all the hard yards, and got the ball knocked out of his hand drawing the goal. Like there's things there. There'll be ball that we turned over at the breakdown. Sometimes we can do that better. I don't think we were 100% in our line out. So there's always parts of your game you can improve on. But the opposition have a say on that too. And you only can play as well as the opposition allow you to. But I guess the most important thing about your question is that we strive to get better, and that's always been something this team has prided itself on.
Steve, one question about French team. Do you think it's difficult today to have a great championship like top 14 and a great national team?
Well, if you're not on the same page, it is, and I'm not sure that those two organisations are on the same page. What I mean by that is the same goals and same vision for the game. There's a lot of foreign players in the top 14, and that means there's French guys who aren't getting the opportunity to grow and develop. Look, it's not my country, and I don't really understand what's happening there, so I shouldn't say too much. But if you want to be successful at international level, you've got to be united from the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. And I'm not sure that you'd know better than me, but the way you're nodding there, you probably, it sounds like you're agreeing that they are united.
Just one little word about Guinoves. He can be the man of the situation.
Who, sorry?
Guinoves. One word about him.
Oh, he's a good man. That was two. He's a good man, actually three.
Steve, did you have a chance to catch up with Graham Henry last night for a drink and reflect on last night compared to 2007?
No, I haven't seen Graham. I've heard a lot about him. I haven't seen him, no. He'll be busy somewhere. No.
Steve, can we go back to your relationship? When you guys go to South Africa, you and Heineke have a thing where you sometimes get together, try and have a meal. Do you change that this week? The rules of engagement change ever so slightly for him?
Well, we won't be able to go for a meal because he's at Bagshot and I don't know where we are, so, and to get around London's a nightmare, so... Yeah, I don't think there's a train that runs from where we could be and where he will be, so they'll probably miss out on the meal, but, you know, nothing else will change. I mean, it's like, when you play teams that you know really well and you've got a really good relationship with, it just brings a little bit more to it. Like it's like playing your brother, isn't it, or your sister or something, and you don't want to lose, particularly if you're your younger sibling. And you know, we really enjoy their company, and I'm sure Kev would back that up. They're good men. They play real hard on the track, but off the track, they're great people. So, and he drives that. He's the leader of their ship, and I've got a lot of respect for him. So, we won't change it. We just won't have an opportunity to go for a braai or a meal somewhere because it's just, you know, because of the travel, it's just not possible.